Thank you. I want to address just a couple of points from a personal standpoint. My oldest and my youngest brother have two things in common. One is that both of them proudly served the United States Marine Corps. Both of them proudly served in combat zones, and unfortunately both of them were gunned down in senseless gun violence. So this is personal to me. And to hear and to see someone who professes to be a leader not take action on this issue is offensive. I look at this from the standpoint also of the fact that I'm a veteran. One of the things that Congressman Heck brags about is the fact that he is a senior military officer. As a general officer in the United States Army, I'm sure that he is familiar with the Lautenberg Act. And the Lautenberg Act says that anyone who is in the military who has been convicted of domestic violence or who has been accused of domestic violence cannot carry a weapon. Some of the things that we're asking the Congress to do right now is that exact same thing. And if the military can be protected from people who have committed domestic violence, then why shouldn't the civilian community have the same things? The other thing, I want to read here from a letter that Congressman Heck sent regarding why aren't you doing something about this? And one of the lines in his letter says, we must continue to working to prevent any firearm from ending up in the hands of terrorist criminals and the mentally ill. We must improve the current system. For instance, because the National Instant Criminal Background Check system is underfunded, it has not been kept up to date. Well, then the question that I would ask for Congressman Heck, if you are really a leader, then why have not you led your colleagues to go to a place of common sense background checks? Why, if you are indeed a leader, if you know that NCIS is underfunded, why as a leader haven't you been a strong proponent to make sure that it is funded? If you are a leader, why haven't you been a strong proponent to lead your colleagues in the effort of trying to make sure that we got enough money in mental health systems so that we can address those issues? If you are indeed a leader and you've been in Congress for 6 years, why haven't you done something about it? And now you want us to give you 6 more? I think not. So let your leadership show already before you ask for 6 more. The other thing is when he talks about being a leader or talking about some of the things that we've got to do, he says that the FBI Director, James Comey, has expressed concerns that using the common sense background checks when making some gun purchases may jeopardize ongoing FBI investigations and ultimately hamper the ability of law enforcement to prevent an attack. Well, to that I would say that the courageous men and women who are in the FBI and who are in some of our other security agencies around the country, I would say that that should be offensive. And it should be offensive because what he is suggesting in those comments is that they can't walk and chew bubble gum at the same time. What he's suggesting is that there's no way that they can do their ongoing mission while at the same time addressing some significant security concerns. And so my message to Congressman Heck, do your job. Do your job. And stop saying things like the people who were sitting in with Congressman Lewis, stop saying things like that was just a show. I am a person who grew up in the civil rights effort, and when nothing else would do, when people would not listen to anything else that we were saying with regard to equality, the one thing that we always had the right to do was to sit down so that we could stand up for what we believe in. They sat down so they could stand up for what we believe in, and we're standing here today, we're saying, do your job. Do your job. Do your job as a military leader. Do your job as an elected member of Congress. Do your job.